Good morning. This is Joy with Wonder in Kingston Springs. It is January 16th, 2025, our first video for the new year. We have been covered in snow for the past, it feels like forever, but we're finally warming up enough today for the snow to melt. So that is something we're really excited about for this weekend. Even though we've got more cold in the forecast, at least we're not covered in ice and snow anymore. So for this morning's show and tell, I have found a few things on this hillside at Wonder to highlight though we may be worried about the cold with plumbing and the things that we have installed, but I am not worried about plant material at all because they're used to this, they're ready for it. And we have had a really good fall and into winter progression of cold weather that has prepped everything for the cold that we have had and that we will still have to come next week. So, for the plant material that I have found to highlight, we have the Eastern Red Cedar, which is host to 28 Lepidoptera species, including this white-marked tussock moth. We also have aster, which is kind of all along this hillside, the woodland aster. We see this a lot in the summer because we also have verbicina, or frost flower is another name for it, which everybody notices when the frost forms at the base of the root system after they've gone dormant. And then fleabane is another host, which is often considered a weed, but it's really a great addition to your native plant garden. All right, next up. So the deli had to cut down some of the trees because they were problematic for their space. But to highlight, we encourage leaving, even if you can't leave the whole tree close to your house, leaving about 15 feet down, because so many insects, including this is the stag beetle, its whole life cycle is in dead and decaying wood. So when we're kind of over ambitious in cleaning out our yards, we're taking away some of that habitat for the insect life, including leaves, which you guys probably at this point all know, leave your leaves. And then another one, this is the grapevine beetle. That also completes its life cycle in dead and decaying wood. But its host plant is things in the grape family, Vitus, which is, and also the Virginia creeper. So we have a ton of that here on this hillside. Here's another creature in its natural habitat, Elliot. We have, this is the pawpaw, which we have talked a ton about, host to the zebra swallowtail. There's a lot on this hillside. Hopefully we'll find fruit this year. Also have, this is a maple, host to a lot of species of Lepidoptera, including the eastern tiger swallowtail. But favorite hosts for this plant, or this caterpillar too, is the black cherry, plums or native plums, and also the tulip poplar, which we all have here at Wonder. All right, further down, we have the spice bush, which is also another thing we've talked a lot about. Spice bush, the buds are swelling, it'll bloom in March. It's kind of a spring indicator plant, as we call it. The spice bush swallowtail is host to 11 total, or the spice bush shrub is host to 11 Lepidoptera species. All right. Last but not least, Fagus. What happens in Fagus stays in Fagus. Is host to a total of 119 Lepidoptera species. Camera person is shaking their head at that joke. Including the saddleback caterpillar, which probably has the most potent sting of any native North American caterpillar. It's very painful. So do not touch if you see this. And then also, Fagus is a host to the banded purple, but banded purple we see a lot here because we have so many of its host plants, including the cottonwood, black cherry, oak, popcorn bean, which we have here, and deerberry, which is in the vaccinium family. Vaccinium is also blueberry. And just to remind you, we carry this Butterflies of Tennessee book by Rita Venable. It is no longer available on Amazon. Only places like us who have a relationship with her and have bought the books personally have her book in stock. It is no longer in print, so we are very proud to have her book. It is one of my favorite references as I have been learning more about the Lepidoptera of Tennessee. So that sums up our show and tell for this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday, and we hope to see you soon.